And Chag Sameach.
Chag Sameach.
Everybody got the SMS that Pesach started last night? Everybody's feeling the heaviness of the matzah balls. Fluffy or light? I mean heavy. What's the vote? Fluffy. I like fluffy, so fluffy wins. Welcome, Tammy. It's lovely to have you as a surprise visit. So wonderful to have you in the congregation today with your family. I'd like to also ask if anybody's sitting in the congregation who should be outside with Rabbi Lazaro, with Gersh, for the Geirut program. They're gathering in the lobby area there. And we're going to continue with our festival morning services. We just sung Ma Tovu on page 418. We're going to turn back to page 412. And we'll read, "Now is the time to move out of the narrow space, Mitzrayim. The eye is the starting place, never the arrival. The journey outward begins now." And we turn forward just to page 420. And I'd also like to invite Gilbert Shaw and Bella Grolich onto the bima, who will be leading parts of our service this morning. The blessing for our bodies. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher yatza et ha'adam b'chokhmah u'bara'avon nekavim chalulim galui v'yadua lifnei chisei chavodecha she'im yipater echad mehem or yisatem echad mehem אי אפשר להתקיים ולעמוד לפניך. ברוך אתה אדוני, רופא כל בשר ומחלי לעשות. אלוהי, נשמה שנתת בי, טהרה היא. אתה מרתה יצאת, אתה
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו לעסוק בדברי תורה.
We wish Gilbert Mazel Tov as he'll become a bar mitzvah in the next coming weeks. Mazel Tov. We are on page 430. We have just recited the blessing for Torah study, La'asok b'divrei Torah. In the reading after, V'harevna Adonai Eloheinu et divrei Toratecha b'finu u'b'fi amcha beit Yisrael, v'nihyeh anachnu v'tzetzaenu v'tzetzae amcha beit Yisrael. Kulanu yudei shemecha v'lomdei Toratecha lishma. Baruch atah Adonai, hamlamei Torah la'amo Yisrael.
אלו דברים שאין להם שיעור, אלו דברים שאין להם שיעור, אלו דברים שאין להם שיעור, ואלו הם. אלו דברים שאין להם שיעור, אלו דברים שאין להם שיעור, אלו דברים שאין להם שיעור, Gibur Kavaim Ugmilut Hasanim Behashamat Beit HaMidrash Shacharit Ve'arvit Elu devarim she'en lahem shiur Elu devarim she'en lahem shiur Elu devarim she'en lahem shiur
Continues with Kaddish de Rabbanan, the Kaddish that was really created to acknowledge and to honor the teachers in our community and in our midst. Page 435. For our teachers and their students and the students of the students, we ask for peace and loving kindness, and let us say, Amen. And for those who study Torah, here and everywhere, may they be blessed with all they need, and let us say, Amen. We ask for peace and loving kindness, and let us say, Amen. So I know we have the members of our Gerut program have joined us at the back of the sanctuary. You can turn around and wave and stare awkwardly at them if you wish. But what I really wanted to do was to, every now and again, you're going to hear me share with you. We're going to be in column 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 because they have a beautiful map of the service because they're learning this morning about the structure of a Shabbat service as well as a festival service. And it kind of looks like that. You can see all the columns. So for you guys, huh?
Kind of looks like that.
Kind of looks like that. Kind of looks like that. And we have, but to let you know where we are, we've just completed column number 1, which is Birkat HaShachar, and we're going to start column number 2, Pesukei de Zimra, and we're on page 438. I'm not going to hold the page up every single time, but I may make mention to the column, so I may give a few more directions this morning than I ordinarily do. Again, page 438.
Baruch Shema v'haya ha'olam. Baruch Osei v'reshit.
Baruch Omer ve'oseh.
Baruch Oser u'mchayeh.
Baruch merachem al haaretz.
Baruch merachem
ברוך שמשלם שכר טוב ליראיו.
ברוך חי לעד וקיים לנצח.
ברוך קודם ומסיר, ברוך שמו.
וישבחות וזמירות נגדל לך, ונשבחך ונפארך, ונזכיר שמך ונמליכך מלכנו אלוהינו, יחיד חי העולמי מלך משובח, ומפאר עדי עד שמו הגדול. ברוך אתה אדוני, מלך מהולל, ותשבחות.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. להגיד לבוקר חסדך, ואת חסדך עליון, עלי חסון עליך, עלי היגיון בכינון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. נתני אדוני בפועלך, במעשה ידיך אראה. מה גמור מעשיך אדוני, מאוד רב ומחשבותיך. איש מוכן לא ייגע, וחסין לא יבין עצות. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. צדיק אתה יפרח, בארץ הלבנון, הלבנון יצא, שטוב, בבית אדוני, בבשרות אלוהים, יפריחו אור ינון בסלע, בשלג ברעננים, יהיו
Our Ashrei will be on page 442 and led by Bella Crowley.
אשרי יושב ביתך, אג'י הללו הסלע.
אשרי עם שככה לו, אשרי עם שאדוני אלוהיו.
תהילה לדוד, ארמימו אלוהי המלך, ורבה השמחה לעולם ועד.
בכל יום אברכך, ודע שמך לעולם ועד.
גדול אדוני ומהלל מאוד, ולגדולתו אין הכר.
דור לדור ישבח מעשיך, וגבורתך יגידו.
ודע כבוד הודיה, ודברי נפלאותיה עשיה.
ועדות גבורתך יאמרו, וגדולתך אספרנה.
זהרבתך יביעו, וצדקת הגננו.
חנון ורחום אדוני, ערך אפיים וגדל חסד.
טוב אדוני לכל, ורחמיו על כל מעשיו.
יודוך אדוני כל מעשיך, וחסידיך יברכוך.
כבוד מהות היאמרו, וגבורות הידברו.
להודיע לבני אדם גבורותיו, וכבוד אדם מלכותו.
מלכות המלכות כל עולמים, ממשלתה בכל דור ודור.
סומך אדוני לכל הנופלים, וזוקק לכל הגפופים. ותאכלם בעיתו. פותח את ידיך, מצביע לכל חי רצון.
צדיק בכל דרכיו, וחסד בכל מעשיו.
הרוב אדוני לכל חוריו, לכל אשר יקראו באמת.
צאן ירא אב יוסף, ואת שבתם יושיעם.
שומר אדוני כל אוהביו, ואת כל הרשעים ישמיד.
תהילת אדוני ידבר פי, וחסדו עשה שם קדשו לעולם ועד.
ואנחנו נברכיה מעתה ועד עולם. הללויה.
Page 445, Psalm 150. Hallelujah. ברכות והודאות מעתה ועד עולם.
ברוך אתה אדוני, אל מלך גדול בתשבחות, אל ההודעות, אדון הנפלאות, הבוחר בשירי זמרה, מלך מלכי עולמים.
We rise for the Chatzi Kaddish on page 451 as we finish column 2 and continue with column 3.
יתגדל ויתקדש שם נרפא, ועלמא דברה חירותי, והמליך מלכותי, בחיי חון ובמחון, ובחיי לכל בית ישראל. מגלה, מגלה, ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן, יהי שם העולם מבורך, ועל העולם והחיה יתברך. Seni da darvi da levi dall'al, temeri kuresha, refu, leila min kalbir chata, meshirata, luzbechata, v'nechemata, damirat le'alma, v'yimaru, amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, yotzer or v'rei choshech, osei shalom v'rei et hakol. Hameir la'aretz v'ladarim aleha b'rachamim, v'tzuvo makadesh b'kol yom tamid ma'aseh v'reishit. Ma'arabu ma'asech Adonai, kulam b'chokma asita, malach ha'aretz kinyanecha. Titbarach Adonai Eloheinu al shevach ma'aseh yadecha, va'al moreh or she'asita yafaruch ha'sela. Or Chadash al Tzion Ta'ir v'nizkeh kulanu mehira la'oro. Baruch atah Adonai Yotzer ha'orot. Page 457. As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery. Baruch atah Adonai, habocher b'amo Yisrael, ba'ahava.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevon Malchuto Leolam Va'ed.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם מאוד על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. ויאמר אדוני אל משה לאמור, דבר בני ישראל ואמרת עליהם, ועשו להם ציצית על כנפי בגדיהם לדורתם, ונתנו על ציצית הכנף בטיל תכלת. והיה לכם לציצית וראיתם אותו, וזכרתם את כל מצוות אדוני עשיתם אותם, ולא תטורו אחרי לבבכם ואחרי עיניכם אשר אתם זונים אחריהם, למען תזכרו עשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
The section Emet V'Yetziv continues on page 465. I, the Eternal One, have called you to righteousness and taken you by the hand and kept you. I have made you a covenant people, a light to the nations.
We are Israel, witness to God's covenant with our people.
This is the covenant I make with Israel. I will place my Torah in your midst and write it upon your hearts. I will be your God, and you will be my people.
We are Israel. Our Torah forbids the worship of race or nation, possessions or power.
Hate evil and love what is good. Let justice well up as waters and righteousness as a mighty stream.
We are Israel, schooled in the suffering of the oppressed.
Violence shall no longer be heard in your land, desolation and destruction within your borders. All your children shall be taught of God, and great shall be the peace of your children.
We are Israel, O God, when we are witnesses to your will and messengers of your truth.
You are my witnesses, says God, my servant whom I have chosen. Know me, therefore, and put your trust in me.
We are Israel, O God, when we proclaim you the God of freedom, as did our ancestors on the shores of the sea.
Yehuda ve'Yisrael, Go'alheinu, Adonai Tzevaot Shemo, Kadosh Yisrael, Baruch Ata Adonai, Gal Yisrael.
Amen. The Amidah, the standing prayer, begins on page 468. And as we are aware, being this not just Shabbat but a Chag, we will see as we go through that all the holiday special insertions, page 468.
Adonai Sevatai Tiftach Ufiyagim Tehilatecha Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avoteinu ve'Imoteinu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel ve'Elohei Leah Ha'el Ha'gadol Ha'gibor ve'anora El Elyon Gomel Hasadim Tovim ve'konei hakol ve'zocher chasdei avot ve'imaot ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיים את אימת אברהם להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מזריח השמש ומוריד הטל, מחיים מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי מתים ברחמים רבים, צומח נובלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך, מלך ממיץ ומחיה ומצמיח ישוע, ונאמן אתה להחיות מתים. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה המתים.
On the facing page, your might, O God, renews the earth. With the dew of light and blessing, let the earth be illumined and blessed. With the dew of joy and delight, let the earth rejoice and sing out. With the dew of life and well-being, let the earth be revived and improved. With the dew of redemption, let the earth be revealed.
לברכה ולא לקללה, לברכה ולא לקללה, לברכה ולא לקללה, לחיים ולא למוות, לחיים ולא למוות, לחיים ולא למוות, לסובה ולא לרזון, לסובה ולא לרזון, לסובה ולא לרזון.
For blessing and not for curse, for life and not death, for abundance, not want. Page 476, the Kedusha continues.
לקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, כך כתוב היה נביאך, וקרא זה את זה ואמר, קדוש 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוך כל הארץ כבודו. אדיר אדירנו אדוני אדוננו, מאדיר שמך בכל הארץ, ברוך כבוד אדוני מקומות. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו מלכנו, הוא מושיענו והוא יצילנו, ורחמה לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהי ציון, לדור ודור. הללויה. לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים גירושתך נקדיש, ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
As we are seated, we continue on page 478 with the continuation of Kedushat Hayom, which has a lot of festival inclusions.
אתה בחרתנו מכל העמים, אהבת אותנו ורצית בנו, ורוממתנו מכל הלשונות, וקידשתנו במצוותיך, וקרבתנו מלכנו לעבודתך, ושמך הגדול והקדוש עלינו קראת, ותיתן לנו אדוני אלוהינו באהבה, שבתות למנוחה ומועדים לשמחה, חגים וזמנים לששון, את יום השבת הזה ואת יום חג המצות הזה, זמן חירותנו מקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים.
You have chosen us in love and favor by making us holy through your mitzvot and drawing us close to your service, that through us your great and holy name may become known in all the earth. In your love, eternal our God, you have given us Shabbatot of rest, feast of gladness and seasons of joy, the Shabbat day and this festival of Pesach, season of our freedom, to unite in worship and recall the Exodus from Egypt.
אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו, יעלה ויבוא, וזכר זיכרוננו וזיכרון כל עמך בית ישראל לפניך, לטובה, לחן ולחסד ולרחמים ולחיים ולשלום, ביום חג המצות הזה. זוכרנו אדוני אלוהינו בו לטובה, ובו כדנו בו לברכה, והושיענו בו לחיים.
Amen.
This day remember us for well-being.
Amen.
This day bless us with your nearness.
Amen.
This day help us to a fuller life.
Amen.
Page 483. Let standing corn grow ripe as dewdrops bring their blessing, food for the hungry, healing for the sick. Let the bare vines be draped with grape blossoms as the heavens yield their dew. Let oasis drip with plenty and hills be draped in gladness, dressed with flowers in the colors of spring. I know it's not spring now, but it's for the Northern Hemisphere and it's for Israel. Let's keep it in context. Singing your great goodness as the heavens yield their dew. Let the trees God made be fed on valley and hill, the granaries be filled with grain, the vats with wine and oil. Let every village be joyous and safe as the heavens yield their dew. Let those who spend themselves in the study of our faith shine bright as stars. You feed the hungry soul, the dry and empty heart, and fill it with delight as the heavens yield their dew. Send your sweet breeze to renew our life, restore to its ancient glory the land of our heritage. You who are good to all, let the time of redemption come and renew our life. Our God and God of our ancestors, as dew descends, let light illumine the earth, let blessing restore the earth, let joy and gladness abound on the earth, let song resound on the earth, and with goodness and sustenance deliver us on earth. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat v'Yisrael v'Haz Manim. Page 484, our prayer of avodah, of service. Ritzei Adonai Eloheinu ba'amacha Yisrael, v'tefilatam ba'ava tekabel oti l'ratzon tamid, avodat Yisrael amecha. El karov l'chol korav, pnei elavadecha v'chonenu shafoch ruchcha aleinu, ותחזינה עינינו בשובך לציון ברחמים, ברוך אתה אדוני, המחזיר שכינתו לציון. A prayer of thanksgiving, page 486. Our ancestors acclaimed the God whose handiwork they read in the mysterious heavens above, and in the varied scene of earth below, in the orderly march of days and nights, of seasons and years, and in the checkered fate of humankind. Lift up your eyes, look up. Who made these stars? Baruch atah Adonai, atov shimcha u'lecha na'eh lehodot. Page 490, Sim Shalom.
Sim Shalom.
Ven, va, Jesús, verachamim.
take a few moments for Tfilat Halev, the prayer of our heart.
יהיו לרצון נמרייתי, והגיון ליבי לפניך. Adonai tzuri begoali, may the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, O God, my rock and my redeemer. Shalom Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'imru, Amen. Oseh Shalom B'Roma, U'yaseh Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'imru, Amen. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael.
Val Kol B'nai Adam, may God bring peace to the world. And we say,
Amen.
we turn to page 560 for Hallel, and I invite you to please rise.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו לקרוא את ההלל. הללויה, הללו עבדי אדוני, הללו את שם אדוני, יהי שם אדוני מבורך מעתה ועד עולם, ממזרח שמש עד מבוא. מעולל שם אדוני, רם על כל גויים אדוני, על השמיים כבודו. מקרוני אלוהינו, המגביל השבת, המשפילים לראות בשמיים ובארץ, מקימים מעפר, מהשקעות ירים אביון להושיבים, עם נדיבים, עם נדיבי עמו.
563 with Psalm 115. The Infinite One is mindful of us. God will bless us. God will bless the house of Israel. God will bless the house of Aaron. God will bless those who fear the Eternal, small and great alike. May God increase your numbers, yours and your children's also. May be blessed by God, maker of heaven and earth. The heavens belong to God, but the earth gave God over to humans. The dead cannot praise God, nor any who go down into silence. But we will bless the Eternal One, now and forever. Hallelujah. Ma shiv ladonai kol takmulo hui alai. Kos yeshuot esa, uvashem Adonai ekra. Nadrai ladonai ashalem, negdana lachol amo. Yakar ba'anei Adonai, hamavta lachasidav. Anadonai ki ani avdecha, ben amatecha. Pitachta lemoserai. Lacha ezbach, zevach toda, uvashem Adonai ekra. Nadrai ladonai shalem, negdana lachol amo. V'chatzrot beit Adonai, v'tochechi Yerushalayim. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, et Adonai, kol goyim, shavu kol ha'omim.
On page 565 as part of Psalm 118. Min hameta karatiya anani b'merchavya. Adonai li lo yira, ma yaseh li adam. Adonai li ba'ozrai v'ani er'eh b'sonai. Tov lachsot b'Adonai mitoach ba'adam. Tov lachsot b'Adonai mitoach b'indivim. Kol goyim savabuni b'shem Adonai ki amilam. Sabuni gam savabuni. B'shem Adonai ki amilam, dacho dachitani linpo, b'Adonai azarani, ozi v'zimrat ya, v'yahili lishua, kol rina v'yeshua ba'oholei tzadikim, yamin Adonai oseh chayil, yamin Adonai umema, yamin Adonai oseh chayil, lo amut ki echye, v'asaper ma'aseya, yasor yisrani ya, V'lamavet lo natanani. Pithu li sharei tzedek avovam odeya ze hashar ladonai tzadikim yavo'u vo.
Odecha ki anitani v'atehi li lishua.
He
היא נבראת בעינינו. זה היום עשה אדוני נגילת ונשמחה בו. אנא אדוני הושיענה, אנא אדוני הושיענה, אנא אדוני הצליחנה, אנא אדוני הצליחנה.
Baruch haba b'shem Adonai, beraknuchem mibeit Adonai. El Adonai v'ya'er lanu isru chag ba'avotim. Ad karnot hamizbeach, el yata v'odecha, Elohai arumamecha.
Hodol Adonai ki tov, ki le'olam hasdod.
In the closing blessing, page 569. All your works shall praise you, eternal our God, and your faithful ones, the righteous who do your will, and all your people, the house of Israel. Thank you in joyous song, and bless, praise, glorify, exalt, extol, sanctify, and proclaim the sovereignty of your name. For it is good to give you thanks and to sing praises to your name, because throughout all time to eternity you are God. Blessed are you, Eternal One, the Sovereign, who is praised in song. Baruch atah Adonai, melech mahulal, batish b'chot. We turn back to the festival service for Torah on page 495. Observe the month of Aviv and offer a Passover sacrifice to your eternal God, for it was in the month of Aviv at night that your eternal God freed you from Egypt. For 7 days thereafter you shall eat unleavened bread, bread of distress. For you departed from the land of Egypt hurriedly, so that you may remember the day of your departure from the land of Egypt as long as you live.
Adonai melech
devarim, al shosha devarim, haolam, omer. Al shosha devarim, al shosha devarim, al shosha devarim, haolam,
Shabbat Shalom, we may be seated. As you notice, we brought around 2 Sifrei Torah, which is typical on a Chag that we read from 2 scrolls. The first scroll is, we're going to be reading from Exodus, which of course recounting the Exodus from Egypt. And then the second scroll from Numbers, which talks about the actual festival and observing the festival of Pesach. If you'd like to follow along, we're on page 460 in the Chumash. We're a chapter in the Chumash, 460. You can verify that page number if you find the right chapter and verse number. Chapter 12, verse 21 of Exodus. Chapter 12, verse 21, page 460. And so we call to Torah for our first Aliyah.
So for our first Aliyah, we invite Reuven to Torah. Ya'amod Reuven ben Doveser Rishon la'Aliyah LaTorah. As Rabbi Kim mentioned, we are on page 460, the left-hand column at the paragraph break. Nice and easy to find. And we are
Inside column.
right here. And the brother. Baruch Adonai Mevarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Mevarach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
ויקרא משה לכל זקני ישראל ויאמר עליהם המשכו קחו לכם צאן למשפחותיכם ושחטו הפסח ולקחתם אגודת הזו וטבלתם בדם אשר בסף והגדתם אל המשקוף ואל שתי המזוזות מן הדם אשר בסף ואתם לא תצאו איש מפתח ביתו עד בוקר. ויעבור אדוני לנגוף את מצרים וראה את הדם על המשקוף ואל שתי המזוזות ופסח אדוני אל הפתח ולא ייתן המשחית לבוא אל ביתכם לנגוף ושמרתם את הדבר הזה לחוק לך ולבניך עד עולם. Amen.
V'shiberach avotenu v'Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov v'imotenu Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah. The God of our ancestors bless you, Reuben, as you are called to Torah, in honor of Torah, in honor of God, in honor of Shabbat, and in honor of the work that you do in helping to free people from the slavery of hunger. With the work that you do with Sacred Heart Mission, you've been doing this for many years, and you really have brought this program into the hearts of so many of our congregants, of our members, who, as we know, especially through the Christmas and New Year period, or going into February, so starting in November, December, going into February, ensuring that people who volunteer or usually work with Sacred Heart Mission during that Christmas period, that they get a Christmas, that they get a holiday, and asking our members to step up to volunteer. And you've really been doing that alone. And I think it's quite remarkable how much power you wield, because I don't think anybody can actually say no when Reuben makes that phone call. And also I want to mention, Pat is here as well, just to wish you Mazel Tov on your, and we'll do official Aliyah for this, on your daughter engagement recently. So Mazel Tov to you. May you have much nachas, not only through the work of your hands, through all that you do, but also through the work of raising children to beautiful people. And with God's blessing, we say Amen and Mazel Tov.
Mazel Tov. For our second Aliyah, we invite Peter Haylock to lane for us and Penny to come for the Aliyah. You will find us at verse 25, which is on page 461, right-hand column, fourth line down, second word. 461, right-hand column, fourth line down, second word.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher b'chabanu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Amen. V'haya ki tavo el haaretz asher yitein Adonai lachem kasher diber ushmartem et ha'avodah hazot v'haya ki yomru aleihem v'neihem ma ha'avodah hazot lachem uzmartem zebak pesachu l'Adonai asher pasach al b'tei b'nei Yisrael b'Mitzrayim v'nagpu et Mitzrayim v'et b'teinu hitil v'yikod ha'am v'yishtakavu v'yilku v'yasu b'nei Yisrael kasher tziva Adonai El Moshe v'Acharon ken atzu.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata v'tokenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Shaberach Avotenu Avraham Yitzchak Yaakov Imotenu Sarah Rivka Rachel Leah. May the God of our ancestors bless you, Penny. So called to Torah, in honor of God, in honor of Shabbat, in honor of Pesach, but in honor specifically of the special birthday that you are celebrating at this time. I was doing some calculations. I never say how old anybody is, but I can say you're 50 years younger than when Moses died. So think about the life you still have left to live. There's still another 50, at least 50 more years. May you enjoy every moment, and may you enjoy life to the fullest. I know recently you and Andrew just spent time with your family, your whole family in Sri Lanka, enjoying. And that's what life is about, isn't it? It's about just being with your family, enjoying your children and your grandchildren. And please God, in the future, great-grandchildren, but not too soon, as we say. May your work of your hands truly be blessed, and may you continue to have the blessing of family and of this congregation. And we say Amen and Mazel Tov.
Mazel Tov. For our third Aliyah, we invite Rena to come to Torah, to lane for us, and Brian to come to Torah. Ya'amod Tzvi Reuven ben Rafael v'Sima Shlishi la'aliyah la'Torah. You will find us at verse 29 and onwards. 29 is to be found on 461, left-hand column, second line down, beginning of that line. 461, left-hand column, second line, beginning of that line.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher b'chabanu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Vayi v'chatzi halayla va'Adonai yikachok b'chor be'eretz Mitzrayim b'chor paro hayoshev al kiz'o ad b'chor hashvi asher
וכל עבדיו וכל מצרים, ותהי צעקה גדולה במצרים, כי אין בית אשר אין שם בית. ויקרא למשה ולאהרון לילה, ויאמר קומו צאו מתום עמי, גם אתם גם בני ישראל, הולכו עבדו את אדוני כדברכם, גם צאנכם, גם בחרכם, כאשר דיברתם, ולכו וברכתם
גם אותי. חזקי.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
אמן.
Mishaberach Avotenu V'Hamitzak V'Yakov Imotenu Sarev Karachel V'Lem. May the God of our ancestors bless you, Brian, as you call to Torah in honor of God, in honor of Shabbat, in honor of Pesach as well. But in also honor of the continued work that you do for our community and the progressive community particularly. Your work as it continues as Vice President, as part of the UPJ, the Union for Progressive Judaism. And so, Roger, when I was thinking about this blessing, you're going to come up and do Hagbah. So I think the president always does the heavy lifting and you just get to look good as vice president by being called to Torah. But in a sense, to say a blessing to acknowledge today the work that you're doing, continuing to bring our people to freedom by bringing progressive Judaism to the forefront of the Jewish community, and with God's blessing we say Amen and Mazel Tov.
Mazel Tov.
Friends, we rise now for Hagbah and Glila as we lift and dress the Torah.
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל, על פי אדוני ביד משה. וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל, על פי אדוני ביד And so we move to our second scroll. This is from Numbers. We are on page 1211. 1211 in the Flash commentary. As is our tradition, we move from blessings and anniversaries and birthdays and celebrations to a moment of memory. If you are here at a period of Shivat Shloshim or a Yartzeit, this Aliyah is for you. Please come forward at this time. And you will find the portion that Efi Morowitz will be laning for us today is a portion specifically belonging to Pesach, belonging to this season. Page 1211, verses 16 and onwards, you'll find it. Right-hand column, second line from the bottom, second last word.
Lord,
אדוני מבורך לעולם ועד. אמן.
ובחודש הראשון, ב14 יום לחודש, פסח לאדוני, ו15 יום לחודש הזה חג, 7 ימים מצות יחל. ביום הראשון מקרא קודש, כל מלאכת עבודה לא תעשו. ויקרבתם משעולה לאדוני, פרים בני בקר, 2 בעיל 1, ו7 כבשים בני שנה, תמימים יהיו לכם. ומנחתם סולת בלולם השמן, 3 עשרונים לפר, ו2 עשרונים לעין תעשו. יסרון תעשה לכבש האחד, ל7 הכבשים, ושעיר חטאת 1 לכפר עליכם, מלבד עולת הבוקר אשר לעולת התמיד תעשו את אלה. כאלה תעשו ליום 7 ימים לחם, ישרח ניחוח לאדוני, על עולת התמיד יעשה ונזכור. וביום השביעי מקרא קודש יהיה לכם מכל מלאכת עבודה לא תעשו.
חזקי.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר נתנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם נתן בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen.
Amen. Mishaberach Avotenu, Avraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov, Emotenu, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, Leah. May the God of our ancestors bless you as you call to Torah in honor of Torah, in honor of God, in honor of Shabbat, in honor of Pesach, but specifically at this moment in honor of the loved ones who you hold in your hearts. You stand here united in your grief, recognizing that perhaps last night or tonight you'll sit at a Seder table and your loved one isn't with you, but your memories of whether it's a child, or whether it's a husband, or a partner, or a grandparent. You stand here, supporting one another, remembering, just as we remember the Exodus from Egypt. We remember coming out of grief towards life, and that's what our loved ones would have wanted from us, to move towards life and memory, remembering all that was good in their lives. May you continue to be blessed with memory, but also with moments of joy, and especially of joy in times of freedom, as you remember your loved ones at this time. We wish you not just a long life, but as I've come to say more recently, a good life. I wish you a long life and a good life. Amen.
Amen. As is our tradition in the presence of Torah, we also take a moment to think of those in our community in need of healing. We turn to page 510. 510. We share together the words of Misha Barach.
Marks, Gabriel Batista Kudavora, Annette French, Henry Gladwin, Anita Meany, Sue Brown, Rona Zinger, Aviva Bentata, Lindsay Ettlinger, Margaret Cochrane, Adira Batrachel, Bella Magid, Hannah Batdora, Mel Wright, Gregory Marshanovsky, Lydia Kostenko, Marsha Moore, Morris Mark, George Shaw, Douglas Simons, and Kevin Bell. If you'd like to mention the name of a loved one for healing of body, mind, or soul, please do so at this time. Continued strength to their caregivers, and we say Amen. We rise once more for Hagba and Glima.
Moshe Avdov v'Yisrael Amod v'Nvi'i ha'emet v'tzedek. But now thus said the Lord, who created you, O Jacob, who formed you, O Israel, fear not, for I will redeem you. I have singled you out by name. You are mine. When you pass through the water, I will be with you. Through streams, they shall not overwhelm you. When you walk through fire, you shall not be scorched. Through flame, it shall not burn you. For I, the Lord, am your God, the Holy One of Israel, your Saviour. I give Egypt as a ransom for you, Ethiopia and Saba in exchange for you, because you are precious to me and honoured, and I love you. I give men in exchange for you, and peoples in your stead. Fear not, for I am with you. I will bring your folk from the east, will gather you out of the west. I will say to the north, give back, and to the south, do not withhold. Bring my sons from afar, and my daughters from the end of the earth. All who are linked to my name, whom I have created, formed and made for my glory, setting free that people, blind though it has eyes, and deaf though it has ears. All the nations assemble as one, the peoples gather. Who among them declared this, foretold to us the things that have happened? Let them produce their witnesses and be vindicated, that men hearing them may say, it is true. My witnesses are you, declares the Lord, my servant whom I have chosen, to the end that you may take thought and believe in me and understand that I am He. Before me no God was formed, and after me none shall exist. None but me, the Lord, beside me none can grant triumph. I alone foretold the deliverance, and I brought it to pass. I announced it. And no strange God was among you, so you are my witnesses, declares the Lord, and I am God. Ever since day was, I am He, none can deliver from me my hand. When I act, who can reverse it? Thus said the Lord, your Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel, for your sake I send to Babylon, I will bring down all her bars, and the Chaldeans shall raise their voice in lamentation. I am your Holy One, the Lord, your King, the Creator of Israel. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, sur kol haolamim, tzaddik v'kol hadorot, ha'el ha'ne'eman, ha'omer v'oseh, ha'medaber u'mekayem, shekol devarat emet v'tzedek, al ha'torah v'al ha'vodah, v'al hanvi'im v'al yom ha'shabbat hazeh, v'al yom hag ha'matzot hazeh, שנתת לנו, אדוני אלוהינו, לקדשה ולמנחה, לששון ולשמח ומשמחה, לכבוד ולתפארת. על הכל, אדוני אלוהינו, אנחנו מודים לך, וברחבים אותך. יתברך שמחה בכפי כל חי, תמיד לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, מקדש השבת בישראל הזמנים.
Amen.
Oh my! Gotta love all those extra festival inserts, don't you?
My friends, let us rise now for the prayer for our country, the state of Israel, and us, the congregation. I think there are members of the Gerut group who are coming up for the prayer for the congregation, but we'll start with the prayer for our country, since Tammy's here first.
Let us bless our country of Australia and all its people. Let us have dreams in this historic land of dreamers. Let the hot winds from the desert fire our imagination. Let the red soil of the plains keep us rooted to the things that matter. Let the waters of our rivers, lakes, and oceans flow into our hearts, giving us depth and understanding. Keep our eyes open to the beauty of this land. May we strive to keep its beauty present and strong. Help us remember those who have lived in this land before us and those who have made it their home in more recent times. May we never be lazy in the work for peace. May we honor those who have died in defense of our ideals. Grant our leaders wisdom and forbearance. May they lead with justice and compassion. Let our compassion be like the encompassing coastlines of our continent. May acceptance, kindness, and peace live steadily within this ancient and enduring land. And we say, Amen.
Amen.
And the prayer for our congregation, page 307. Actually, no, it's on page 516.
We've got 376. That's okay.
516.
Source of all being, may the children of this community learn those passions from us, the love of Torah, the devotion to prayer, and the support of the needy. May we guide with integrity, may our leadership be in your service. May those who teach and nourish us be blessed with satisfaction, and may we appreciate their time and their devotion. Bless us with the fruits of wisdom and understanding, and may our efforts bring fulfillment and joy. Baruch atah Adonai,
Amen.
Amen. And with page 517, the prayer for the state of Israel.
For the state of Israel, pray for the peace of Jerusalem. May those who love you prosper. O Heavenly One, protect and redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love, spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel, establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there.
Amen.
Amen. We remain standing as we return the Torah to the Ark on page 514.
יהללו את שם אדוני, כי נשגב שמו לבדו. הודו על ארץ ושמיים, וירא את קרן נעמות, תהילה לכל חסידה. לבני ישראל עם קרוב, הללויה, הללויה.
כי לך טוב נתתי לכם, תורתי הארץ הזאת. עץ חיים היא למחזיקים בה, ותמכיה
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
And Chag Sameach once again. What a full service it has been today, hasn't it? Hallel, 2 Torahs, it's all been all the holiday inserts. You know, I often when I give a drush, I like to begin with a question. Have you noticed my pattern? You've noticed that? So here's my question for all of you. Who has heard of Marie Kondo? Who knows what I'm talking about? Otherwise also known as Kondo Marie. Can I just see that raise of hands? Why am I not surprised that most people are women? So I discovered Marie Kondo just by chance. I think I was on Netflix or something like that. I was going through the channels and there was this gorgeous Japanese woman who was going into people's houses. I'm already like on the edge of my seat because I love seeing what's in other people's houses, don't you? And she helps them organize and declutter. It's phenomenal. She's made a whole career out of this. I think she might even have her own channel. It's called the Kondo Method. It's really remarkable. Well, I think that each one of us should have Marie Kondo come into our homes just before Pesach. Because the things that she says and the things, like the whole program is in Japanese and she has translators. And she'll hold up an item and she will say to you, she'll go to the person and look intently in their eyes as they hold on to this. Thank you for being a prop, Judy. It says, does this really bring you joy? And that's the question behind it. Does this item that you wore once in 1972 that has holes in it, that you even forgot you had, does this item bring you joy? What a great question. Now, I didn't actually need to watch Marie Kondo to understand, you know, that that's really what you're supposed to ask yourself when you throw things. Who here is good at throwing things out? Throwing things out. Rhonda, we won't even go to you. But let's think about it. Let me draw this truly into the spirituality of Pesach. In the Northern Hemisphere, and I did refer to it once in one of the prayers where it talked about spring. It is spring, and what comes with spring for most people? Spring cleaning. And, you know, my mind was doing this, the whole Google, you start here and you end there. And I was like, how perfect. It fits with a beautiful Pesach song, a traditional one. I'm going to try to sing it, much to Michelle's horror. But it goes like this to the, I don't even know what tune it's to. Hopefully you can recognize it. It goes like this. Cleaning and cooking and so many dishes. Out with the chametz, no pasta, no knishes. Fish that's gefilte, horseradish that sings. These are a few of my favorite things. It does go on to talk about Jewish neurosis, by the way, which fits again with cleaning. I think that we could all agree that it's a good thing, at least occasionally, to take the cushions off the couch, find a couple of dollars that we may have lost, give that to tzedakah, of course, not use it for the shopping trolleys, wipe the shelves, empty our pockets. As is the case with so much of Jewish observance, a good idea, I think, can sometimes turn into an obsession. I'll never forget one year when a friend told me in January that she was cleaning for Pesach. Now, I don't know about you, but you know the Jewish holidays sometimes come late, sometimes come early. They never come in January, not Pesach. With Pesach beginning last night, and with our first night, we are pushed into contemplating how we might think about the holiday. During the last week, many of us played Sederim. We freaked out when we heard about the horseradish shortage and bought matzah, looking for gluten-free matzah or egg matzah or anything that wasn't, the normal matzah. And in all of this preparation, we ask, is it really necessary? Could we do it, but keep it simpler? Did God really want us to have egg matzah? The great spiritual rabbi, Reb Zalman Schachter Shalomi, used to tell the story of an encounter that he had with Brother Rufus, a Native American medicine man. Reb Zalman and Brother Rufus were attending a conference of psychologists and mystics. The psychologists were studying the mystics. Well, I'm actually sure it's probably the other way around. As Reb Zalman was explaining the Jewish festival of Sukkot and Pesach and how they fall in the Jewish calendar in Israel in the spring for Pesach and in the autumn for Sukkot, he said, Brother Rufus replied, he said, that's amazing. It makes sense. During autumn, you teach your children the shelter survival. Remember, it's in the Northern Hemisphere. And in spring, you teach them food survival. I don't want to get too caught up in the Northern versus the Hemisphere, juxtaposition there, or the duality. But it's fascinating perspective when you think about it. Passover is the time when we can simplify our diet to the most basic foods, unleavened bread and bitter herbs. I often find I personally eat more simply at Pesach because I'm forced to. So we ask, what do we really need to survive? Do we really need that kosher for Passover, not French fry, potato chip, because you can get the potato chips. You know what I'm talking about? When you get them in the bag in the supermarket, the potato chips. You can get salt and vinegar flavor, you can get all the different cheese flavor, onion flavor. I digress from my main point. Do we really need that? We may consider that Pesach essentially teaches us how to live with less, how to identify our most basic needs. It's not supposed to be about obsessing about food and dishes and how we can replicate the other 51 weeks of the year. I think at times we have made it so much more complicated than it needs to be. Surely we can learn something from the simple child in this context. What Marie Kondo does is to help people declutter their homes to such an extent that the craze has meant that second-hand stores in America have had to halt donations. The cult of Kondo has turned Kondo into a verb, as in, this weekend I'm Kondoing my sock drawer. I think Kondo has struck a nerve. Too much of a good thing is too much, and we are so blessed with abundance that we no longer really appreciate our possessions. We no longer own them, they own us. We spend our years accumulating stuff and our later years trying to figure out how to get rid of the stuff. Have my parents tried to give me their treasures as they've downsized and I'm not interested? This is a bone of contention. Whoever has downsized, you know what I'm talking about, and whoever is a parent, a child of someone who's downsized, you also know what I'm talking about. And I think there is a lot of wisdom among millennials who are choosing simpler lifestyles and spending their time and money on experiences rather than things. Passover comes with this message of Dayenu. What is enough? How can we shift our focus from excessive consumption to greater simplicity? In the book Everyday Holiness by Alan Morenis, he quotes the Vilna Gaon, who identified 3 levels of simplicity. The first is just simply acquiring less. Next is to be happy with what we have. And the highest level is to truly feel that what we have is everything that we need. It may not be everything we might want, but again, it's everything that we need. Pesach pushes us to consider how we might simplify our lives and prioritize what is most important to us, shifting our focus from the acquisition of more and more to our spiritual selves. And so as we head into this next week of Pesach, let us really consider, what does simplicity mean in our lives? Chag Sameach and Shabbat Shalom. We're going to continue with Aleinu. We are on page 586. Let's rise.
Shalom.
Mourner's Kaddish on page 598.
For the week of Shiva, remember in our congregation and community, Lorian Brown, Cyril Holzman, Solomon Norman, and Derek Prinsley. And for the Shloshim, Mari Davis, Sue Friedman, John Kersner, Devorah Marks, Miriam Menahem, Peter Orloff, Lisa Quitner, and Joyce Watson. And for the yard sites, the anniversaries of whose death fall at this season, at this time, we remember Frida Bevel, Sensi Bahari, Robbie Bahari, Yerusha Isaac David, Benjamin Einhorn, Alan Fradkin, Jesse Gill, Ilsa Hartman, Isabel Hyman, Gunther Jacob, Danielle Lenore Jusky, Stephen Graham Jusky, Samuel Kaufman, Max Kaiser, Leslie Coadlo, Don Lawrence, George Marquis, Hyman May, Lovis Moss, David Rosenberg, Carol Rubin, Jacob Schulberg, Suzanne Zilberer, Paula Zilberscher, Joe Zussman Solomon, Philip Steen, Herta Terry, and Laszlo Vasa. If you'd like to remember the name of a loved one for Shiva, Shloshim, or Yahrzeit, please share their names out loud or in your hearts at this time. Zecher Tzadik Livracha, may the memory of the righteous be for a blessing as we join together in one voice. Yikadal v'yikadash shemei Rabbah, v'yamad divrach urtei v'yamlich malchutei, chayachon v'yomechon uv'chayeda kol Beit Yisrael, v'agala v'zman kariv v'meru, amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah v'barach l'olam l'amei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, Vitada, Vitale, Vitalal, Shemeda Kudasha, Bariku, Laela, Mikko, Berchata, Veshirata, Tushbachata, Venechamata, Dami Ran Bialma, Vimaru, Yaheshla, Marava, Min Shemaya, Vachayim Aleinu Bialkol Israel, Vimru, Amen. Ose Shalom, Vimrama, Huya Se Shalom, Aleinu Bialkol Israel, Vimru, Amen. Hamakom Yenachem Echem Betoksha, Havlei Zion Berushalayim. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved in Zion and Jerusalem and around the world. And we say, Amen. As we are seated, our President, Rebecca Silk, will make some announcements.
Thank you, Rabbi. And thank you, Cantor Lulum, Ari, Rhonda, and Joel for your liturgy this morning. It was absolutely beautiful. Welcome everyone. Welcome to Pesach services here at TBI. Whether you're here for Shabbat, for Pesach, to pray in community, a number of you are here in memory of a loved one. A very warm welcome on behalf of the board. Most of the announcements are in your Kol Israel sheet. Please feel free to take it home with you. I'll just remind you of some timings. If you're coming to the community Seder, the start time is 6 o'clock here tonight. Will be held in the Sloan Hall. On Thursday, which is Thursday the 25th, happens to be Anzac Day as well, there will be Mariv service, a short service at 6 o'clock, and if you're coming to the Women's Seder, the start time is 7. The start time for the Women's Seder?
No, we've got services at 6 and I think it's 6:30.
6:30. 6 for services.
But check the website.
And 6:30 to start the Women's Seder.
Don't check the website, it's not there because it's sold out.
Yeah. And our last day Pesach services will be on Friday, which is Friday the 26th, a service plus Years Corps, and that will be at 10 o'clock. Our office, the TBI office, will be open on only Tuesday and Wednesday of this week. Just one more announcement that I want to make, and that is that we've launched our Pesach appeal this week. I hope that in your mailbox you received this. I know some people don't empty their letterboxes at home very often. Someone said to me, I only go there once a week because there's nothing much in my mailbox. Well, do please go and have a look and retrieve your pack of information from me and from Rabbi Lazaro about our Pesach appeal. This year we're asking you to support our wonderful activities and programs. Programs and activities like our family festival programs, our Pesach Seders, our various learning programs. If you have already given, thank you so much. A number of people have. We're most grateful. And on Sunday the 28th, we'll be having a phone-a-thon, as we do every year, phoning all of our members and reaching out to them. It's a really good time. It's a time that we talk to people, we listen to our members, we hear about what's going on with them, and we encourage them to support our appeal. So it's a great time. I invite you to join with us in phoning people. It's a great time to get together and to connect with our members. So do please let me know or another board member if you can even just spare 1 hour on April the 28th and help us with our phoning. I'd like to thank Jeff and Yadja for being our shamashim this morning. And do please thank our security volunteers, Peter Cohen and the CSG volunteers on your way out. Now, Kiddush today is in the Friedlander, so do please pop your books back on the trolleys, and it's kindly sponsored by the Silbersher family. Thank you so much for that. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. We conclude with the words of Adir Hu, direct from our Pesach Haggadah, and we'll join together in Friedlander immediately afterwards for Kiddush. Adir Hu, Yibne Beito Bekaro, Bimheira, Beyameinu Bekaro, El Bnei Beito Bekaro, Bakuru, Yibne Beito Bekaro, Bimheira, Beyameinu Bekaro, El Bnei Beito Bekaro.
Hag Sameach, Shabbat Shalom.
If you'll join us, we'll begin with Kiddush and Motzi in the Friedlander. She now chooses my tie. That's going to mean that the next one. Not that I mind the whimsical tie. Nice to see you, kids.
You two coming? Bye, guys.
Next month, we all
Thank you very much for your assistance. I didn't do anything, I was with the class. but you're thanking Ari, which I totally agree with, he was fabulous.
You were the power behind the throne, Gersh.
Oh.
It's hard. It's not, you know, she said, when you look at it, you say, how much enjoyment does it give you? It's got other things attached to it. Yeah, sentimental things. What do you think about $180 worth of sentimental Josh was in artworks and drawings and the stupid teddy bears. So it's like we went through a big Josh But she was all right in doing that sort of thing. I'm not good at it. You think it's Ken actually? Ken has a problem. No, you see, my problem is I've got a large house. So there's plenty of room to put the things away. And not see them. Yes, yes. And I'm sorry. I've done something. I've simplified things a lot. Yeah. You get to him. That's what he said. No, it's he said, I get to sell it. You know, I can sell it online. You can sell it. Do it. You can't do it. But with the election, I've actually provided some of these. I don't put this with the music, rock group. So we put some of the elected companies and put them in the one capital. But I said, not everywhere. For instance, I don't know if it's going back, probably almost 60 stamps and things. Oh no. Coins, but my understanding is that if it's now, is that if a stamp has been used, it's no, it's fine. That's why you do it. In Canada, Ken's father took that and he sold it. Because I've got stamps. Oh no, no, that is what I meant. That is what I meant. I passed in my street there at one stage next to the screen. Place. And I asked him, and he said, oh, there's a market for that. He said, unless it's a new condition, unless it's, you know, I know it's, but I don't know why. I mean, I understand as a child when I was out there, because I was like, and having an infinite business, there were plenty of steps. So don't